Hi lovelies, Blossom here. Today I want to talk about Beltane, my favorite festival of the Wheel of the Year. You can celebrate this festival on April 3rd or on the night of the full moon nearest to the end of April and the beginning of May, or as near to this as possible. Beltane is a celebration of the fertility and potency of the life force. This is the time to celebrate unions of all kinds, fertility and manifestations on many different levels. Love, sexuality and fruitfulness. It is a time to be in touch with the instinctive wild forces within and without, to be aware of the potency of the life force and its power on the physical, spiritual and mystical levels. In the pagan past, this was the night of the greenwood marriage, where the union between the horned god and the fertile goddess was reenacted by the man and the woman to ensure the fertility of the land. It was a night to spend in the woods, to make love outside, stay up all night and watch the sunrise and bathe in the early morning dew. The horned god, untamable, instinctive wild man of the forest, becomes a white stag and chases the fertile goddess, who becomes a white deer. There is a connection between horns and male vitality through an ancient tantric belief that by the transformation of ejaculation, a mystic energy mounts up the spine, made visible by horns, and brings mystical power and wisdom. The goddess knows the power of love and the power of her own sexuality. She too is transformed by their union, becoming the grain mother, carrying the fruit of their union. Through the blending of these opposite forces, they become the fertile force of manifest energy. Beltane is a celebration of this mystical and spiritual transformation inherent in sexual union. May Day celebrations included dancing around the maypole, symbolizing the interweaving and joining of the male and female energies. This creates a web of energy in the living matrix of power. It was common practice to bring a new pole into the village every year, representing the year's incarnation of the vegetation or nature spirit. All this is linked to a much older ceremony of fetching a living tree into the village every year, possibly a hawthorn tree, as hawthorn has a strong connection to the Beltane festival. This living tree would still have its resident dryad within the tree, who would be central to the ceremony and danced around. It would have been asked for its help to ensure fertility of the land and a good harvest. Beltane is one of the 4 great cross-quarter fire festivals. People then jump the fire to purify, cleanse and to bring fertility. Couples jump the fire together to pledge themselves to each other. Beltane energy is about the sacredness and power of unbridled love and sexual pleasure, and the deep connection of the heart. All of life is bursting with fertility. Everything is in the process of becoming. Flowers are everywhere and animals are having their young. The earth energies are at their most active. The dragon lines can be intuitively sensed or doused. This is the perfect time for walking the ancient energy path. You can try to douse the energies with a pendulum or dowsing rods and see what you can find out about the earth energies around you. Beltane, like its opposite on the Wheel of the Year, Samhain, marks a particularly potent transition in the yearly cycle. At dawn and at dusk especially, the boundaries between the worlds are thin and the veil is lifted. At this day, you can also visit springs and wells in your area. If there are hawthorn trees growing nearby, sit and find stillness with these beautiful and friendly trees. There is a custom to hang red ribbons in the trees But over the years this custom produced a lot of garbage, and most of these ribbons are not eco-friendly, so I wouldn't recommend it. The fire is central to Beltane Eve, so make a fire and you can also burn dried herbs in it. Choose herbs that you think is right for you. I personally often use sage and rosemary to support the cleansing process and for protection. When you celebrate this festival, allow yourself to be wild and free. Dance around, celebrate your sexuality, and have a great party. For Samhain, we have built a winter king. Over the darker time of the year, he was the guardian of our garden. Now, for Beltane, we will burn him in the fire, and then we will scatter his ashes around our garden to ensure fertility. If you have an altar, you can also take some time to decorate it. If you like, you can put a representation of the god and goddess on your altar. And here you can see that I've made special candles for this day. This time I will make my own flower essence. I pour some spring water in a glass bowl and put the flowers of my choice in the water. Remember to harvest the flowers with a sense of great respect and thank them by leaving a little offering. Leave the flowers for a few hours in the bowl and let the sun shine upon them. Then strain the flower out of the water and mix the water with equal parts of brandy and fill it in a small bottle. And of course I will also do a reading for myself with this tarot spread. Card 1 represents your inner forces. Card 2 represents your outer forces. Card 3 is about how to blend those opposite forces together. Card 4 tells you something about your transformation. Card 5 may show you something what lies beyond the veil. And card 6 shows you where you can find joy during this time of Beltane. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a magical Beltane and merry celebrations. Love and blessings, and bye bye.